probably notice that in the past I have been promoting Lime Crime. I'm not going to do that anymore because really, no. If you want to find out why I'm not a fan of Lime Crime anymore, just Google it, really. Doe is not a nice person, and I don't want to spend my money with someone who's not a nice person, who calls their customers dumbass, and, promotes vegan products when they're not actually vegan. They are vegan now, but they weren't, and she likes to say until 2012, but she was promoting it as a vegan line. Way before that. Anyway, so we'll move off why I don't like Lime Crime and move on to why this video is up. And this is the Velvetines. Bought the original Velvetines, made a big video about it. I thought they were wonderful. They do have staying power and they will hang around, but I began to find that red velvet started to smudge on me, which was so annoyed about, because it was as bad as lipstick for smudging, and I couldn't find a way to stop it. It wasn't, hadn't put in, there were days where I would put nothing on my lips other than the Velvetine, make sure my skin was clean and there was nothing, it would still smudge. Days where I used liner and it would still smudge. It really didn't matter how I did it, they smudge. Now, one of the reasons why I say not vegan was that these contain petroleum, or petrolatum, which is filtered through bone char, and I have not been able to find a source that says it's made any other way, despite claims to the contrary by this company. So, they weren't vegan as they were advertised. I'm not vegan, but it was one thing that really annoyed me about that. So I started looking for vegan alternatives, and alternatives that just didn't smudge as much. Now, just after they came out, MUA came out with a range of, oh look, similar packaging. Yep, these are velvet lip lacquers, and instead of these are £14 a bottle. £14 a bottle for these £3. And you think £3, they can't be good value, can't be good quality, can't last. Yes they do, they last so much longer. You've currently got 5 colours in this range. Doe only has, oh no, she has a lot more colours now because she has Salem and Wicked. People are still finding that they're smudging. It's got a new formulation as well, so petrolatum is no longer included, so they are now finally vegan, but that's changed the formula and actually made them a lot thinner from the reviews I'm reading. These are not liquid, they are a cream based one, so they're slightly more forgiving on the lips, only slightly. They're still incredibly drying, as you would get with any velvet lip lacquers. You've got a really bright pink, a purple, another pink, a red and an orangey colour. The orangey colour is called Atomic. Atomic is very close to Suede Berry. So you've got Atomic, which is bright orange. Let's put Suede Berry on there, shall we? Oh look, they're almost the same. So we have a nice UK dupe that costs so much less, £3 versus this one, and less controversy behind the company. So that's your Suede Berry. But while I was looking at for dupes, I found another range. It's another UK company called Sleek, and they did a range of lip lacquers, matte lip lacquers called Matte Me. This is Party Pink. I know it says pink. Oh look, I'm going to put it at the top there. Again, we've got another dupe for Suede Berry. This, I can't remember how much this was. I'm back. This is £4.99. So, you have a dupe for £3 from MUA. You have a dupe for £5 from Matte Me, from Sleek, called Matte Me. And then you have Lime Crime's £13.50. Right, shall we move on then? So the other colour that she had was red velvet. This is the one that smudges like nobody's business. It's this really dark red. It's a gorgeous pin-up red. I absolutely loved it. So again, smudges, it's really expensive. MUA have got a dupe. Oh, and look, it's even bleeding on the back of my hand. MUA have a dupe, which is called Reckless. So this is the MUA dupe for £3. That is the Velvetine. Oh look, can you see it bleeding? That is the MUA dupe, £3. I think so. And then you've got a very close match in the Matte Me called Rosy Red, and it's not a great. It's more of an orangey red than it is a dark red. But that's the Rosy Red, which is the one that's closest to it. Again, you've got £3 in Reckless from MUA, $4.99 from Sleek in Matte Me, and then you've got Red Velvet from Lime Crime for £13.50. Shall we move on? A friend of mine had heard me talking about matte lipsticks, heard me talking about Lime Crime in the past, so went and bought Pink Velvet for herself. She decided she didn't like it when she put it on. It was too thin, it was watery. That's what people have been saying. So she gave me her Pink Velvet. So this is the new bottle. You've got a shorter, stubbier wand in these, and this is the new formula, and it is a lot more liquidy and it is a lot thinner. So that's the pink from Lime Crime. That's Pink Velvet. It is a lot thinner. You do need 2 applications, and because it's a lot thinner, oh look, it's going all into the fine lines on the back of my hands. Fortunately, I have in my collection a couple of ones that are really, really close. Again, MUA, £3. This one is called Criminal. It's a very similar colour, and it's cream, so it doesn't bleed. On the other side, I'm going to put the other pink, which is called Funk by MUA, and put it just there. That's a closer match, but if you notice, because they are so similar, if I put Funk there and mix in, oh look, I've got an almost identical match. That is Funk and Criminal mixed together. It's almost exactly the same colour as Pink Velvet. And oh look, no bleeding issues. So let me see. £6 for 2 to identically match this one, or £13.50 for something that's thin, needs 2 coats and bleeds in fine lines. Should we move on? Finally, she bought one for me. She bought me Black Velvet. I said thank you and took it because, you know, she's paid for it now. They're not going to give her a refund. It's Black Velvet. There is nothing like it as far as MUA or Sleek goes. They haven't got anything like it, but it is the new formula and it is really thin. So again, it'll run in the fine lines. I've just dabbed it on the back of my hand. It's not running at the moment, but once I've tried it on my lips. And the other thing is, because it's black, it doesn't seem, even though it tends to run, oh yeah, slightly going into my fine lines on the back of my hand. It's not. So, what was I saying? But I've tried it on my lips. I put it on my lips and I left it to dry, as I do with all of these. And then, when I started talking, I noticed there were little lines of my normal lip colour that I could see underneath it. It hadn't settled in to the gaps in between. You literally have to sit here like this once you use Black Velvet until it dries, otherwise it won't stick properly. Really disappointing. Although I have found a UK dupe for it. These are called Velvet Lips. This is from Topshop, so not a brand that you that I associate with makeup anyway. And they've got a black one called Raven. It wasn't available in my local store, but it was available to order on the website, and you order it on the website and it's free delivery to the local store. So I did that, got that, nicer formula, better black, doesn't bleed. For the life of me, I can't remember how much I paid for this. Still cheaper than Lime Crime. Now I say still cheaper than Lime Crime. It is, however, £10. So it's the most expensive bar the Lime Crime. However, the formula is so much better. It dries so much quicker. It dries to a better state than Black Velvet. I mean, that one from Topshop is almost dry already, but the Black Velvet is still wet. It's terrible. Awful. So yeah, not particularly impressed with it. I'll use it up. This is the new formula. Again, this needed a couple of coats to get good coverage. This only needs the one. So what am I going to stick with? £10? Yep. £13.50. So those are some alternatives to Lime Crime's Velvetines. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate and subscribe.